Good morning. This is the Lambert Meadows shelter area. There's the bear box, and the tenting is down there. There's creek down there, privy's over that way. It's a real nice shelter. It's a real nice shelter area. So we have 9.4 this morning. We have like a 1,200 foot up, 2,200 down, and we will be going to the Super 8 is the plan. Well, this is actually the 620 or the 721 camping, and there is a bear box and a picnic table. So the only thing you're giving up, fire ring. The only thing you're giving up is a privy. I mean, we were fine where we were. The tenting actually at the shelter is quite adequate, but during the bubble, I'm sure this was all full. And you are 1.6 from Tinker when you camp here, and 8.7 from the road. Rich just reminded me that June 21st, longest day of the year, is Hike Naked Day. This time,
show me.
Show you, no. That's not going to happen.
But look.
Last year we were
celebrating it.
How are you celebrating it?
Not naked.
Not naked. Yeah, last year we were heading up to Nuclear Lake, and Larry and Kathy, the gallivanting hikers, were meeting us at a tree, and I can't remember his name, but he did hike naked and shared it with Kathy. I remember that. It was pretty funny.
That was hysterical.
But yeah, I don't think anybody around us is hiking naked today, so somewhere on the trail people are stripping down, I'm sure. We are 1.5 in, and we are at the ledges, and Rich says there's a spot up there, so maybe there's a better view. I'll go that way. Third target was the charm on the ledges. I did a cinematic pan, but you can see a big farm down there. There's some kind of a quarry over there. And you can see mountains for days. I guess that's Daleville off there in the distance, where we're headed. Okay. That cinematic pan was from this overlook. I zoomed in here just so you can see, we can just see mountains behind mountains. It is beautiful up here. We've only come like not even 3 miles yet, and we've had some great views. We're not exactly sure how this happened, but when I stopped at that overlook, Rich went on, and I somehow managed to get past him. I don't know. But yeah, it was a little creepy because there was a switchback. It wasn't really a switchback, but it was a turn, and you were coming down some rocks, and I was kind of having trouble finding the trail, and I was like, oh lordy, he's ahead of me, he has earbuds on, he's not going to hear me, and I don't know if he turned his phone on, because we do have service. And I kept going and going, and I was going faster and faster, and finally I just figured I'd try to call him, and he had turned his phone on, and I had somehow managed to get a half a mile past him. So yeah, this is why we hike together, because obviously we can't be trusted on our own. For my Florida friends, you get up here and you have beach sand. It's really nice to hike in, but I guess this is where the sand from Cape Sandblast comes from. Well, back when it used to come down there anyway. We are about 5 miles, a little under 5 miles from Daleville, and we're doing some climbing. It's a little sticky, but hopefully we'll be in town before the real heat of the day. We are looking down in Daleville. I guess it's Daleville and Troutdale. So that's where we're headed, more or less. It's getting a little steamy up here. Look at those mountains. We suddenly got into a pretty rocky spot. Got some more of those big ledges. We're heading to something I think called a monolith. I think it's probably within the next mile. I need to look. Trail's been real fun, except for the part where we got separated. But it's really beautiful. It should be, we got like about 300 or 400 more up.
Okay.
Yeah?
Monolith.
This is the monolith?
Yeah.
Well, who knew? I think that might be the monolith. Because it's just all these outcroppings everywhere. But that one sort of looks like the one in far out the picture. And supposedly you can climb it and see a reservoir. But I think we're going to pass on that. Something to do when we thru hike at 80, right? That might be the monolith too. It's sort of all by itself. That probably is it. Still not feeling inclined to climb it. Although I see the way to at least partially climb it. Yeah, it's big. That's probably it. It's a big one. Yeah, I'm not climbing that. This is Hay Rock. Fine views down at the reservoir, which you can see through the trees. There's the reservoir. If, quote, you're brave enough to climb to the top. You all know at this point, that's not in my strong suit, bravery. Up here he is. Look how tiny he is.
Sassafras.
Sassafras?
Little tiny sassafras.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Look at him.
Little tiny sassafras. We have come 5.5 miles. Let's just venture out here. I'm not climbing the big rock, that's for darn sure. Can you see anything from this little rock? Not really. Trees popped out here, and we can see what I assume is that reservoir without trying to kill ourselves climbing up on Hay Rock. So, hooray for that. It's beautiful. Hopped out of the power line, just did that cinematic pan. There's a buzzard up here. He's having a good time flying around in the thermals. It's hot, not gonna lie. We probably have a view over here too. It's the thing about the power lines.
I got buzzard cam.
You got buzzard cam?
I do.
Yeah, I guess that's where we're headed, more or less. Just listed, excuse me, I swallowed a bug, and far out as an outcrop. So, it's hot up here on this outcrop. I think we have about a little over 2 miles, and I think most of the climbing is done. It's been rocky, a little bit of scrambling. We're just taking it slow. We are about 2.4 from town, and there was a fire up here. Yeah, probably lightning, I would think, because it's up here high. I hope it's okay.
Oh, yeah, it's just a fun. Wait, no, it's not.
It's hot up here. Hope that fawn's mama comes back. I worry about little creatures. You look kind of big to be left alone just sitting there. I ran into some raspberries. Oh, Rich says they're not ripe yet.
They're close. They're just really tart.
Oh. Yeah, they're all along the trail right here.
How cute, huh?
Yeah. There she goes. You do get a little closer to them here, closer to civilization. We made it. Now we come around the corner and hope to heck our car's here and in one piece. It is here, and it appears to be in one piece. Hallelujah. We're gonna go to the Super 8 and hopefully they'll have a room and we can begin 0 day. Well, tomorrow is 0 day. This is our room at Motel 6, which we're doing the wrap up today. We didn't get time to, well, we forgot yesterday, honestly. But yeah, it's pretty roomy. I mean, out the door, it's like 74 bucks. It definitely works when you're staying, you know, a couple of nights, save some money. Hi there. This is sort of a delayed wrap up from yesterday, but we'll talk a little bit about what we did on our 02. So yesterday should have been easier than it was, but we were both so tired and so beat up. It was a little struggle coming doing that downhill.
Rolling into the campsite at 9:30 at night or 9 o'clock at night, just running around like nuts to get something to eat and get the tent up before it got dark. This guy forgot his headlamp.
There mistakes were made, and I get super paranoid about any ache and pain because we've seen things go sideways on Rich's, you know,
entire body.
Yeah, and it was just so whenever anything starts hurting, I'm like, oh no. So we've just decided to be real proactive, and my knees are fine. I'm still going to wear the sleeves. We're going to slow down on miles. We just hung up from Jimmy and Sherry. We promise. Jimmy and Sherry, our friends, our Trail Angel friends from Nashville, and they gave us some, you know, good tips and pointers.
Yeah, it was just great to talk to them, catch up a little bit, let them know what we've been up to.
Yeah.
That they were telling us what they've been up to, and they're getting ready to head out to the Colorado Trail in a couple weeks.
Yeah, Sherry's going to finish up some of the Colorado
Trail. I'm excited about that. And
but so anyway, I guess the plan is we're going to, there's a shuttle driver that we're going to call, and we have to do the 1 mile between the dry cleaner.
We're going to get up at 5:30 tomorrow morning.
We're not doing that.
We're not.
No, we're not. But so anyway, we're going to do that 1 mile at some point tomorrow, and then we may go ahead and drive up to Middle Creek and tent because the weather's going to be pretty decent.
Yeah.
We'll tent there and then have the shuttle driver bring us back to Route 11 and spend a night in the woods going to the campground.
Yeah, and it's like 26 miles?
Something like that. I've got it.
We're going to hike 20 of it the first day.
No, we're not. If we take that 1 mile off, we have like a 12.5 the first day and a 13.5 or 14 the second. But, you know, we talked about it over dinner, and we are going to just try to get to New Hampshire in the best shape we can. Because
I think it's important that we put some hard sets on our goals for the day. And, I mean, of course, things happen on trail where things...
But we're a terrible influence on each other, too.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we had planned on camping up around Tinker, and we
didn't read the book.
We didn't know we couldn't camp up there. So then we ended up having to do, you know, a few more miles to get down to the bottom, which was easy hiking, but it still adds miles.
It was just cumulative. Yeah, it's been a rough week. Now, we were happy to hear from Jimmy and I believe that, except for, like, the priest is going to be a booger, but... They said the rest of what we have left is going to be more resembling what we had in the Shennies, not what we've had the last 120
since
or whatever.
Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah.
That was some pretty rough
So that was good news. But yeah, we ran to Roanoke today. Had to send some stuff off to my doctor. Hi, Dr. Fisk. And this hotel's been great. It would be hard if you didn't have a car because it's
on the other side of the interstate for the trail, yeah.
But our room is big. I mean, I showed you around.
It's a good size room.
And for $72 or $3 out the door, can't beat it. Yeah. So tomorrow we're gonna get up, get our breakfast, walk that mile, arrange our shuttle, get our crud packed up, and head off to the campground.
Show 'em.
That's right.
Got me my polyester hiking Hawaiian shirt.
Ross
matches my
clearance. It was $7.
Matches my shoes and my pants, so I'm like a fashionista now.
It looks great. It looks very comfortable.
Comfort dries like that. I washed it and hung it off the mirror of the car. Oh, and speaking of the car, ran into a guy, and we had a little errand to run. We were sitting in a parking lot. He was tinting some windows in the car behind us, and I had them tint that big back window in our. We got
to make it not as hot.
Yeah,
Or maybe
and
our
plus some
maybe our
security.
protein bars won't be as melty.
Plus some securities because people can't see in now.
Yeah, the rolling
So,
supply.
You know,
So
I should have had it done in Nashville. Blah blah blah.
yeah, but so that's the plan, and you know, truly overall, we did get a little exuberant, and we want to slow our roll and enjoy it too, because
Yeah.
we were so worried about can we get out of Virginia in time that we were just
Well,
forgetting to enjoy the journey.
The other thing too is you know we're trying to. It took us a little while to get accustomed to working with the car and shuttling to the car and back and doing all that logistical stuff. It was a little stressful. It's much. I mean, there's other kinds of stress when you go on trail. You don't have a car. You're just through hiking. But that's a known entity for us, so we weren't concerned about that. But with the car, it added another layer of stress.
There's something that one of the comments, I think it might have been Terry Weaver, that asked for us to kind of explain why sometimes we hike north and sometimes we hike south. It confuses everyone on trail, trust us. We come popping out of the woods, they're like, where are you going now?
Are you lost? What are you people doing?
And, you know, a lot of people don't like to flip directions, but we were doing that before. In this case, part of it is the logistics of where we need to be with the car. And we like to hike to the car because then we don't have to tell a shuttle driver exactly when to pick us up. But there is sometimes we factor in difficulty. If it's a lot easier hike going one direction or the other, we definitely will do that. So for the most part, we try to do northbound, but there definitely are times for either logistics or ease of trail, we'll go south.
With the shuttling and the back and forth with the car, sometimes you got to go south.
Yeah, we just have to kind of be flexible.
Right.
But
and a bunch of people asked me what my blue tag was on my pack.
Yeah, we're just gonna class of 2020, live or die, ride or die.
COVID hikers, we're not giving up on it. Damn you, COVID.
Yes, but so that's it from us. I can't, you know. We're not going to do any other videos.
No, we're zeroing again tomorrow except for that little 1 mile section.
And then we're just moving the car and getting ready to start in again with a little more control and not acting like we're 12.
Not too far, not too fast.
Yes. All the knots. Thanks for watching.